Hello and welcome, I'm your number one introvert, and this is my new series, Introvert Stand Up, which I'm creating to replace Introvert Says, because quite frankly, I never get around to doing Introvert Says. I always get bored because they're just an argument, whereas this is just going to be a 5-minute long, one-take thing where I just find something, make a point about it, and then just riff and make jokes and try to make you laugh as much as possible. And this is a very special one because it's my first. It's kind of like a pilot episode. And also, because it's my first, I decided to wear pants for this instead of just pajama bottoms like I'm usually wearing when I shoot anything. Because it's from the waist up, so you never see them. They're really comfortable. But anyway, and also, because it's my first, I decided to do a subject which is near and dear to my heart. And it's Pokemon. Because, well, this year's the 20th anniversary and Sun and Moon are coming out, so I thought just make some jokes about Pokemon, which is weird to me because, like, when you're a kid, you don't question it. It's just like you're a 10-year-old boy who gets set loose in a world filled with giant, dangerous animal things that breathe fire and can control the elements, and you're just going to go around catching them all, and then you're going to be other dudes, and then there's a gang of, like, run by an Italian dude, which Giovanni is, let's face it. His name is Giovanni. He's, like, it's so, like, racist mafia dude. And then, like, you have to fight all his henchmen who don't use strong Pokemon or guns or weapons that they should have. And you manage to beat them, and you're like, wait, hold up, wait, a 10-year-old beat this criminal empire? One, what is your criminal empire doing that you're failing at this point that a 10-year-old can beat you? Like, get smarter. Like, you're operating in broad daylight. The police haven't stopped you. You pretty much run the roost, and then this 10-year-old comes and starts questioning you. You go, no. Die. Just move away. Just shh. Well, you pay him off. I don't understand why you're fighting him. It made no sense to me. And also, it's also a world where there are, like, different creatures that control different elemental features in the world. Like, Kyogre and Groudon, and it's like, oh, don't awaken Kyogre and Groudon or else they destroy the world. And it's like, you can't tell that to a kid and expect them not to go and wake up Kyogre and Groudon, because it's going to be like, wow, I want them. That giant sea thing's kind of cool. Yeah, that's real G. And then they'll do it, and then they'll cause so much destruction. Like, you give way too much power to a 10-year-old. And people will usually like, oh, but they're kids, kids are smart. And like, in that world, it makes no sense, because their kids obviously aren't smart. None of them are smart. It's like these other kids that they beat up, they're just like, okay, here's my money, and no trainer ever thinks, wait, is this wrong? Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna go get me some Poke Heals, well, what? And it makes no sense, or it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna use this to get something for my secret base, which is a cave. Which is a hole in the wall. Your son is sleeping in a hole in the wall, and you let that happen. I mean, he comes home now and again, and you're just like, how you doing? Got fresh undies? Good. All right, love you, babe. That's not good parenting. What the? I get that it's a video game, and I get that it's like, you shouldn't have to put reality on a video game, but there has to be a modicum of reality in a video game for it to make any sense at all. And that made no sense at all, and it still confuses me a little bit. And, like, I love Pokemon because, quite frankly, I never really had any pets as a kid, except for goldfish, which aren't really pets, but just ornaments that you feed now and again, because, quite frankly, they don't do shit, except for swim around in their bowls, making that weird kind of face, until they get dumb enough and think, I wonder what it's like outside, and then they jump out and they're like, oh, can't breathe, dying, and then you have to flush them down the toilet, and you're like, Jesus Christ, you got some dumb pets. And I'm also allergic to pet hair, so I can't have like a dog or a cat or anything. So most likely when I grow up, when I do get a pet, it's gonna be a turtle. So it's just like, Pokemon's so much cooler than that. It's like, oh, I have like so many pets, and I'm not allergic to any of them, and they can also destroy the world, because quite frankly, I do own nearly every legendary Pokemon, which is a matter of pride for me. It's so sad that is a matter of pride for me, but it is. I'm like, yeah, every legendary Pokemon ever. My Pokemon trainers are effectively the rulers of the world. They control all elements in the world, from the freaking creator Pokemon to the Pokemon of Death. I own them all. Anyway, my clock is telling me that's all I got time for. I hope you enjoyed this. Please give me your feedback down in the comment section below. I'm probably going to be doing another episode in which I talk about something weirder or stupider. And also subscribe, because I always need more subscribers. I really do. Anyway, I have been Kyron Herman. Peace out, and I'll catch you on the flip side. This is longer than 5 minutes, but hell.